Edgeworth? Don't tell me. That means Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Stop! Stop, 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 stop. Edgeworth! He's gonna confess to DL6. No! Edgeworth, please. It has nothing to do with the current case. That always worked with Edgeworth. This is an entirely different case, Von Karma. No. There's a confession, though, and this is a different case. Oh, great. Why, Edgeworth? I know you're innocent. Just trust me. And if Yanioki wasn't the killer, that would mean the real killer was Edgeworth. No. I don't believe it. I just can't believe that Edgeworth would do it. Accident or not, I still can't believe. I still don't believe. There's something not right with it. There's something fishy in that testimony. And with this entire case. It's time to get to the bottom of it then. We have no choice, otherwise the saturation of limitations. This is bad. Edgeworth, just listen to me. Trust me. Only did find Yanioki, but I still can't believe it. See, Gumshoe agrees with me. For DL6, I'm gonna prove Edgeworth's innocent, whether he wants me to or not. If you remember the beginning of this case, Edgeworth, when I defended you for murder of Robert Hammond, you brought me down. You didn't want me to help you, and the same thing's happening here. Whether you want me to help or not, I'm helping. And you don't get that choice. There's something fishy with it. I believe Edgeworth's testimony is correct, but I do not believe that Edgeworth's the killer. Believe in me, Edgeworth. Just believe. Take a leap of faith. We still need to hear a testimony. This is crazy. No. We've heard this testimony before, Phoenix. Von Karma planned for everything. The parrot. The only thing that didn't trick Von Karma was with Larry. We need a trump card. Something to throw Von Karma off his guard. Here we go. One final testimony. Time to solve the unsolved case. With the Aniogi. Oh boy. Fighting, more specifically. And it fired in the air. That's the part of this testimony that's screwing us all up. If there wasn't a scream. Because I think it said in the case files. No, that's not what I want to see. The murder weapon was fired twice. So there's a chance that the second bullet was the one Edgeworth fired. So I'm gonna object to that. 5 hours! Let's flip to it. I heard a single gunshot is what I'm looking for. Single gunshot. Let's present the DL6 case file. I feel like Von Karma's just gonna object to this point to no end, but it's the only lead we have.
Objection!
Shot, then the scream. Well, it does make sense, but there is a second gunshot. It's the only piece of evidence I really use. Victim page. The murder weapon was fired twice. Murder weapon was fired twice. The only problem with this is that Edgeworth heard a scream with his gunshot. That leaves only one person, Yanioki. Whether he believes he did it or not. Come on, Your Honor. Please. What other shooter? There's Yaniogi. Yeah, I knew you were going to object to that. Luckily, I believe I have the perfect piece of evidence. Really? You want to bet? What if I proved that there was a gunshot at the scene that didn't hit Gregory Edgeworth's heart? Yes, I do, actually. There's the bullet that hit his heart. The photo has something very interesting in it. I do have the evidence, Your Honor. I do. Let's take a look at this photo again. Notice the broken glass in the window. That's the second gunshot. It's clear as day, isn't it? Unless you're... unless you're the judge, in which case you are the stupidest person on the planet. Why is everybody so stupid? I clearly see a gunshot hole there, don't you? There was also another one. The murder weapon was fired twice at the scene of the crime. Once again, the thing that's worrying me is that Von Karma's gonna say, if Edgeworth still could have fired the shot, you're just proving a possibility. And we're at a disadvantage because Edgeworth said he heard a scream, which, incidentally, can only be Gregory Edgeworth. That's the problem here. What, Von Karma? Damn you, Von Karma. Where did the bullet go, then? If it went through the glass, it should be on the other side of the elevator, right? If it went through the elevator, I mean, could it go, but like if it went through one piece of the glass and then fell in between like the elevator crack and then just fall all the way down? I don't think elevator glass is that strong, though. And with that, you're gonna say that there's just a random thing that looks like a bullet hole. Is that literally what you're gonna say, Von Karma? It has to exist. It's the only way he's innocent. And I completely believe that Edgeworth is innocent. What could have possibly made another kind of bullet hole? That's a full-on bullet hole. Unless you're saying there was another gun fired at a different time. Von Karma. He's using psychology. He's tricking the court into thinking his idea makes more sense. There has to be a second shot. But where is the bullet? Shut up, Von Karma. It has to exist. No. Phoenix! We have to think outside the box. What if the second bullet does exist, though? Don't believe Von Karma, Phoenix. You were right. You are right. There is another way. Where could the bullet gone? Shot fired by Edgeworth. Edgeworth. It's not over yet, Phoenix. Yes, Your Honor. I have an objection. I always have an objection. Think about it a different way, Phoenix. We have to think of a way the second bullet can't exist. Mia? The second bullet must exist. They took it from the crime scene. The murderer took it from the crime scene. Rather you hear proof that you don't have any proof. Von Karma's just saying that there's no proof. The proof is no proof. Phoenix, confidence. You have to be right. That's the only way this bullet can exist. And I know you're right. There has to be a way. Well, let's think about this. If the murderer would have to be on the other side of the glass, otherwise he would have been oxygen deprived. He wouldn't have a reason to find the bullet. If we remember that Edgeworth said he heard a scream, the bullet went through the glass, hit the murderer, so that the murderer left with the bullet. It's the only idea I have, and it's so ridiculous. So let's go with the murderer didn't need to find it. He doesn't have... What if the murderer doesn't have a reason to look for a stray bullet? He didn't have intentions, but he took it with him anyways. He had to take it. Think crazy. Look for a new angle. Think about why the bullet was taken. Think how the bullet was taken, not why. If you think of it like that, everything makes sense. You're just repeating exactly what Mia said, Phoenix. For instance, what? There's an idea. And it makes sense. You're right, Phoenix. Yeah, whether you wanted to or not. They may not be too crazy, Phoenix. Everything makes sense. It lines up with Edgeworth's scream as well. Uh-huh. I know it sounds crazy, Your Honor. What's your problem? The real murderer was unharmed. The real murderer was harmed and was outside of the elevator. Let's do a little bit of events. The two men fight inside. Edgeworth finds the gun, throws the gun. The pistol discharges in the air, goes through the glass, hits the true murderer on the other side. The power goes back on, as well as the two people lose consciousness. The murderer comes back in. and kills Gregory Edgeworth. Sounds like a likely story, huh? More likely than, oh, this thing just so happens to look like a bullet hole. No, Von Karma. He's not going to. But what if it was someone or someone who was so smart, they were able to get out in time? They came from outside, they could have left the crime scene, and he would be under no suspicion to begin with. What? That's just what we want. What did Grossberg say? Von Karma's perfect record. What if he took the vacation to heal up an injury? That would mean the real killer is Von Karma. And he has a perfect motive, too. He lost his perfect record to Gregory. Say it loud! Say it to the top of the mountains, the sky! Let the world know! Von Karma's a murderer. Say it, Phoenix. Don't be afraid. He can't do anything to you in here.